beats. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Brooklyn. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt. Now in year number 6.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. To throw on 2nd down. Nance. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Rivers. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
York able to send this one through.
And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
He finds his man complete. That's Page. 20. And touchdown. A big play there. his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Beats have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Second and 10.
Off the play fake. Nance.
Open man downfield is Duvernay.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Rivers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On second down now. Rivers. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. From the gun on third down. Nance. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And they will be in the playoffs as champs of the AFC East. But as it stands right now, Charles, they still would have to host a game on Wild Card Weekend because they're still looking up at that #1 seed.
And that's when you tell your team, remember, guys, at the beginning of the season, what was our deal? Let's win our division and get to the playoffs. That was job one. Let's not get greedy about the whole thing because whether or not they end up with a first-round bye or not, you and I both know this team's going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
They run the counter. It's Lamb.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. So no gain on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw here. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there.
Yeah, they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nance. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, Nance. His throw incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run the counter. Rivers.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're
and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run the counter. Rivers. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Nance. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Nance. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
York able to send this one through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Davis-Price on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd and 2. He finds his man complete. That's Page. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run on first down. Lamb.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lamb. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Up the middle they go. Lamb. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lamb, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So this drive spans 7 plays.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Off-play action. Nance.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards it.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Beats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Bass on for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom. end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So out come the Raiders.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On second down, Rivers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Raiders on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Nance.
Open man is Duvernay.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing on first down. Nance. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Nance.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Operating from the gun, Nance, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the defense. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
The last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays.
And a loose football. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now a dump off here complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. But that is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
The Raiders offense ready to go.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Nance. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Nance. And he's got his man in. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
This a 31-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. A 33-yarder from the left hash.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. Matt Corral has thrown a touchdown pass. Next, we head off to check out.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter.
And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Nance. He finds his man, complete. It's Terry. To throw on second down, Nance.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. On second down now, Rivers.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on third down, Nance. He finds his man, complete. It's Terry.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Throwing on first down, Nance. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
On second down, Rivers. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Nance. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will remain well behind.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the middle they go. Lamb, and he'll be taken down at the 34. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
His hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
On the return is Lamb. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
They'll try the left side. It's Lamb. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 74 yards.
And the Beats have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And now here come the Raiders.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And his throw here's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Nance. Renfro bringing it in over the middle.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, Rivers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nance, he finds his man, complete. That's Terry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Nance. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
To throw on second down. Nance. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
On first down, Nance. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Nance, he finds his man, complete. That's Terry.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Throwing on first down. Nance buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Nance. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And as a result, possession switches hands. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Taken down at the 42.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Lamb, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reynolds. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing to start the drive. Nance. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Brewer. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lamb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Lamb. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Raiders now set to get the football back. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They still can't get it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, Nance, the open man here, Renfro. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. To throw on 2nd down, Nance. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Back to throw again. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
York able to send this one through.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
104 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Lamb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground.
Lamb. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st down, Nance. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Nance. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On 3rd and 2, Nance. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Brooklyn, a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it will indeed be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 7-10.
And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved.